Hey everyone, today's video is gonna show you how to make pancit. Very easy, so you need these Mama Sita's pancit packet, 2 of them. Then I like this Bihon brand, super cute, red. It just is really good. Some chopped green onions. Some chopped up cabbage. You could use napa cabbage if you wanted to. I only had regular cabbage, so that's what I'm using. Some chopped onions, some minced garlic, some julienne carrots, and then some pork. I had pork belly, so that's what I use, but really any kind of pork is fine, and I like them in little pieces because I don't like big pieces in my pancit. All right, and then I just have this really big kawali plant pan, so you just need a really big pan and then a foil pan to put everything in after it's done being made. So before I start, I soak my noodles. It just makes it so much faster to cook and easier if you soak your noodles and just soak it in cold water. So do that first. And then I heat up some oil and I'm gonna fry up the pork along with the onions and the garlic. Of course, the onions and garlic first. You just want to fry the onions and garlic until the onions is a little bit clear. And then once it's clear, add the pork in there, and I'll fry up the pork until it's brown. And I did end up adding some soy sauce, salt and pepper, and then a little bit of oyster sauce so that the pork has some flavor right off the bat. And so once this is cooked, like once it's a little bit brown, then I go ahead and actually will add some water in this so that the pork gets really soft. So for me, in a lot of my cooking, I really like to make my meat tender. To me, that's the key. If you have some tough meat, it just ruins your whole dish. So once I have this pretty much cooked, like the pork is already cooked, that's when I go ahead and add some water so that it'll just boil the meat and make it tender. So here you'll see I added some water, I bring it to a boil, and I pretty much boil it until like all the sauce is gone. I'll add some water if I feel like the meat is not tender enough. And then I'll also just keep frying it until it's brownish, because I feel like the color too makes a difference in your dish. So you'll see here it's browning. Then I'll add the carrots, cook that for a little bit because I feel like carrots take just a tiny bit longer than cabbage. I do add a little bit of water so that it would kind of like steam the carrots and cook them, and then added the cabbage. And again, I added a little bit of soy sauce and oyster sauce just to give the vegetables some flavor as well. Not too much though, because I already did earlier, and I'm gonna add some of that pancit seasoning as well later on. So once this is done, you don't want the vegetables to overcook, by the way. Go ahead and put that aside I just put it into like a bowl or somewhere. And then I warmed up about 2 cups of water and in this measuring cup, and I added the 2 packets of pancit seasoning and mixed it really well so it's dissolved. And what I'll do is I'll put that back into the pan that I just emptied, and then I will add the noodles to here. And like I said, the noodles will end up being softer and easier to cook. So I don't add the water that it was in, I just add the noodles themselves. And then you'll want to have like 2 big spatulas because you'll want to mix this constantly so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan. And you want to make sure that you're mixing so that this sauce gets absorbed by the noodles. Now you may have to add more water if after you've used that 2 cups of sauce with the seasoning is gone, and if the noodles are not soft enough, then you want to add just a little bit more water. But do it a little bit at a time, because what you don't want to have happen is have the noodles be overcooked and too soft, and then it's just soggy and not good. So here it is, it's done. I added back in the meat with the vegetables as well as the green onions. And really, you're just gonna go in and you're just gonna mix this up again so that it's well mixed all together. And also I add some pepper in there as well. I really like some pepper in my food. And then really that's it, guys. And then you just transfer this to your pan, and that's how easy pancit is made. People put different vegetables in there. You can go ahead and put shrimp in there, whatever you want. But this is my recipe and what I put in here, and it's super easy. So I'll put the recipe in the description. Thanks, bye.